banished from Earth Classic Game Room broadcasts from the intergalactic space arcade on its never-ending mission to review everything. Welcome to Classic Game Room, coming to you from space. This is Grindstormer for the Sega Genesis, a game with one of the greatest titles ever created in the history of video games, Grindstormer. From 1994 on your Sega Genesis comes a game that fans of vertical scrolling spaceship shooters are going to want to own. Grindstormer. Love that name. This is from Toaplan, the makers of such games as Fire Shark, Twin Hawk, Zero Wing, and Truxton, and it's as challenging, if not more challenging, than all of those. If you've played these before, you know how Toaplan games go. One shot, and you're dead. There's no shields, there's no safety, there's no hope. You've got to play the game over and over again to memorize it, and just grind your way through it. No pun intended, that's a pretty accurate description. So repeat gameplay is a must, memorization is critical, and then you need fast reflexes on top of that. At times, Grindstormer is a bit frantic, but actually watching this footage, it looks a lot more relaxed than it felt when I was playing it. This particular part of the level just requires some patience. There's three types of weapons: a spread shot that you can form into a beam by moving backwards, and the spread shot is useless, so the beam is probably the best weapon in the game. You also have a missile weapon, which I didn't really care for, and a seeker weapon with homing missiles that's useful for some parts of the game, but most of the time you'll want to rely on the beam with a couple speed power-ups. It's the strongest, and the enemies in Grindstormer are resilient. They take a lot of damage, they fill the screen with bullets, and I'm playing this game on easy. There's 4 difficulty settings total. Honestly, easy was hard enough for me. At level 3 here, the game gives you a bit of a break and a chance to boost your score, which I am taking advantage of, but eventually got greedy and sloppy, which you'll see. This has the trademark Toaplan music that you can spot from a mile away with your ears, and it's a really solid Sega Genesis release. The only problem is that it's also expensive. This particular game was sent to the show by Mike and Carrie from Lorain, Ohio, so thank you. This is a very generous donation to the show, published by Tengen. I was going for that power and wasn't paying attention. The contacts on this particular game cartridge were really dirty. I had to clean them several times before it worked. In fact, I almost gave up. I'm glad I didn't. But every now and then the game would still freeze. Like now on my high score game. Grindstormer is so mean, it'll just stop working if it thinks you're doing too well. But wait, There's more. Not only do you get Grind Stormer, you also get V5. Which I'm assuming is the Japanese version of the game that gives you more of a Gradius power-up system so that you can choose which powers you have. You can get a shield, but there's no bombs, and frankly, I'd rather have bombs. If you like extremely challenging vertical scrolling shooters on your Genesis or Mega Drive, I would check this one out. It's a lot like Truxton, except with a different style and more challenging weapon selection. So if you're going to buy this game or any other game and accessory on eBay, buy them through ClassicGameroom.com. Help support the show. Thank you again, Mike and Carrie. Now let's all relax and listen to the music from Level 4.